at creating a new design in Ruby to be laser cut using an image from the internet, a single image, and then designing a base and merging the base with the image that I've brought in. So we're looking at tools like remove background, create outline, image trace, and drawing some elements as well. So I'm over in the manage area and I've got design selected, and I'm going to hit the plus, add new design. Okay, so it brings up a new blank page, and I just get into the habit of creating this page the same size as our laser cutter build surface. So I'm just going to put in for the width 726, tab 432 for the height, and enter. And that gives us the total area that we can fit jobs on our laser cutter. So next thing that we're going to do is grab an image from the internet to start with. So I've got one here. Okay, so let's have a look. Mike, see if I can grab that image and bring it in. Okay, so we could tweak the size on this. For example, might be working from a concept drawing, and we've set that to 250 by 250. Now the next thing I'm going to try here is remove the background so I can get the grid lines back around the person. Okay, so it's done that. And one of the next things I'm going to do is an image trace outline. So this one here, I'm just going to tick outline contour only and trace. All right, so instantly it's done the red lines around the surfer, around the outside of the surface. So it's not in there and not in there. It hasn't done it. So that's pretty quick and easy. To go straight from a image on the web, copy paste into here. With some other software, it's quite a few more steps. So next thing I'm going to do is my black is going to be my etch in this case, and then my red lines are going to be my cut lines. So what I want to do now is do my base here. So I'm going to just grab a rectangle and grab and drag and place a rectangle any size to start with. Then I'm going to go over here and give it some specific sizes, but I want to unlock the proportions, and I want to go 180 wide, tab 10 mil high as my first rectangle. I'm going to get my next rectangle. Now quick copy and paste, or I can just grab another rectangle, and I'm just going to go 200 tab 10 again as well. Next I'm going to grab this and move it over here, and one of the nice things is it's automatically snapped to the center of the other rectangle that I created, so that's pretty handy. Haven't had to dimension anything. Now next I can select all of that, those two rectangles, and the feature I like to use over here is union. So as soon as I click on this, you'll notice the line in the middle disappear. All right, so that's looking like I want for my base of my project, and I'm going to bring this up over here. Cool. All right, so the next thing is, how do I want to sort of merge these two together in order to create my project. So what I'm going to need to do is use this tool here, draw path. It's got little nodes on the end. Before I grab that tool though, there is another one I want to just check. Snapping on is selected, so that's good. And I'm going to tick that one. So make sure if that's off, make sure you turn it on. So I'm now using my draw path tool, and I'm going to just zoom in on here and just click on that and pick the corner. It's really important that just check that there is no gap there. That should be in contact with the corner. Now there's a few options I could do here, but I'm just going to go straight up to inside this area. So I'm within the red outline of the surfer, and I'm going to go down to the other end of the surfboard, another click, and then I'm going to do my last one over here, and it snaps to that point. Okay, and then I'm going to right click on the last black node and close that. So that has created that bit of geometry that you can see there. So next I'm going to use that same tool that I used before. Select the whole design, union, and you can see what that's done here is it's removed the red cut lines down here, and I've now got, if you can picture this being clear acrylic, a red cut outline that's going to go around the surfer, and then in this case a black etch that's going to be there. Now it's worth pointing out with this is for an LED strip light project where the light's going to be shining through from the bottom. And a large etch like this isn't always the best because the light is getting distributed through such a large etch. So if you want the light to really shine a bit more, consider a design that doesn't have so much black etch on it. The other thing to consider as well is on these lamps, when the light shines through it, the light appears best on the opposite side to where it's been etched. So if it's etched on this side, then the other side is the kind of side you'd want to be looking at for the best appearance on your lamp. So because of that, that means we're going to have to flip this design, particularly if you had words on it. So let's just look at a couple of other elements first. So before I flip my design, I just want to show you this other cool option here is add barcode. So one of the things that students like to do is with this project, instead of creating just a cool looking lamp, they might design a lamp for a business, for example, or a sign, so something to promote a business. So with that, you have the option here of using that barcode tool, so which gives us a QR code that people can scan. So what I could do is I could grab, select the barcode tool, drag that size to the size I want, and then I might go to, say, a website. Maybe I want to promote, this looks like a nice Airbnb house. I'm just going to grab the URL and then go back to my Ruby software, and just in this area here, Control V, apply. And now when this gets laser etched, people can scan it with their phone and that website will automatically come up. So a nice feature. Now, so let's say I'm happy with my design. That's actually one thing we might look at is putting some text on. Okay, so you could add your text, choose a size of font, choose a font style, and then you could click anywhere on the job. You could click down here, for example, and I'm just going to write something boring in here, so surf, and we'll go apply, and you can see that's come up there. You could tweak the size if you wanted it bigger. You get the idea. All right, so I might just move that just up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is flipping this. Right, so what I've had to do for this element is I was having trouble when the QR code was sitting inside my design. For example, with it all selected, it's not allowing me to flip everything. But so if I just took the QR code out, what it is allowing me to do is then flip that design. And then what I can do is select the QR code and flip on that and then bring it into wherever I want it to be. All right, cool. So now that's going to appear much better when the person looks at the non-etched side of the acrylic. All right, so hopefully that's been helpful as far as grabbing a design or image off the internet, doing your outline, image trace, remove background, possibly a QR code, text, and merging your designed shapes here with a shape that you've created from the internet.